Sheriff Carmine Marcino making his feelings clear.
I'm proud of how they acted on scene, and our training, our de-escalation training, is proven now.
I have! You keep fucking yelling at me, you're going to fucking jail, I'm telling you right now!
That we are able to take that kind of verbal abuse.
I have! You keep fucking yelling at me, you're going to fucking jail, I'm telling you right now!
And still be very professional and courteous and do our job.
I have! You keep fucking yelling at me, you're going to fucking jail, I'm telling you right now!
It's harassing. It influences how we do our job, okay, and it's unacceptable.
I have! You keep fucking yelling at me, you're going to fucking jail, I'm telling you right now!
It really is. You got multiple units on scene, and those units could be helping someone in a life-death situation somewhere else.
You keep fucking yelling at me, you're going to fucking jail, I'm telling you right now!
Is proven now.
Hello everyone, James here with Open Government Investigations. It appears that K-9 Deputy Hendricks, ID number 16052 of the Lee County Sheriff's Office, didn't get that de-escalation memo from Lee County Sheriff Carmine Marcino. Now, as a disclaimer, I'm not 100% certain what the story is on this situation, but from what I gathered while investigating the area and interviewing the couple at the scene, it seems like the deputy's K-9 allegedly tracked a scent from a green pickup truck that was parked on the right-of-way, approximately 100 feet from this house. This alleged scent was tracked to this couple's home where the Lee County Sheriff's Office was seen. The Lee County Sheriff's Office deputies were trying to arrest the guy's son, claiming he was the one in operation of the vehicle, but the father was contesting the legitimacy of this. I'll explain more on this later. But keep in mind that what this father was doing was not only protected constitutional free speech, but his right to redress grievances to his government. Constitution not aside.
I told you guys that I'm not going to fucking help anymore. And then I fucking went inside, I thought about it, and then I changed. Now you want to fucking put my son in the back of a fucking cop car at fucking 2 o'clock in the morning. That's her grandson. Talk to me. I have! You keep fucking yelling at me, you're going to fucking jail, I'm telling you right now!
Oh, dude!
I'm investigating a crime. Oh!
Oh!
I'm investigating a crime. I'm obstructing that. Oh! 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 Oh!
De-escalate! De-escalate!
Notice how K-9 Deputy Hendricks chose to escalate the situation rather than de-escalate the situation by cursing, shouting, lunging towards, and even threatening the father with arrest for the same actions that Deputy Hendricks just committed, but immediately stopped once they realized that we were recording them. After I told them to de-escalate, the deputies can be seen dispersing from the scene. Keep in mind that Sheriff Carmine Marcino refuses to implement in-car cameras, body-worn cameras, or any other recording devices. None of the vehicles, nor any of the deputies on scene, had any recording devices. The deputies also had no clue that we were standing across the street recording at the time this took place. Incidents like this, where it can be seen that de-escalation tactics are not being used, would contradict the false statements made by Sheriff Carmine Marcino in numerous news stories and press conferences that were held within the past week. Incidents like this offer insight into the lack of transparency that takes place within the Lee County Sheriff's Office.
I'm proud of how they acted on scene, and our training, our de-escalation training, is proven now that we are able to take that kind of verbal abuse and still be very professional and courteous and do our job. It's harassing. It influences how we do our job, okay, and it's unacceptable. It really is. You got multiple units on scene, and those units could be helping someone in a life-death situation somewhere else.
Let D3 know that the 13 Papa from the other night with the vest on, the guy that follows us around, he's back.
Recording started.
I told you guys that I'm not going to fucking help anymore. And then I fucking went inside, I thought about it, and then I changed. Now you want to fucking put my son in the back of a fucking cop car at fucking 2 o'clock in the morning. That's her grandson. Talk to me. I have. You keep fucking yelling at me, you're going to fucking jail. I'm telling you right now.
Oh, dude!
I'm investigating a crime.
Oh! De-escalate. De-escalate. Oh.
Whoa.
They're arresting the kid.
Whoa.
Bullshit, I want his fucking name. I want his car number.
Wow.
Wow. I'm getting the car number. $3953. Who was the one that just yelled at that guy? Who was the guy that yelled at him? Who is who? You?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I want the name and ID of the guy who just yelled at the guy.
Hendricks, 16052.
16052. Thank you.
Hendricks, right? Thank you.
You got one back over there by the car. You got two over there. That was nuts. Stay here and just keep recording. I'm gonna. Absolutely wild. Is there a supervisor on scene?
No, sir.
No? Can you get one here?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. And for the record, can I get your name and ID?
Oh, yeah, it's Deputy Ray, 14051.
14051. How do you spell your name?
W-R-A-Y.
W-R-A-Y?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Did you witness that guy just screaming at that guy?
No, sir, I was in my car.
No? Okay. Yeah, keep an eye on that motherfucker. This is exactly why we film, and this is why they don't like us filming. I would love to see NBC2 do a story on that, on the fact that that guy right there just screamed at a guy. What about Sheriff Carmine's, de-escalation tactics? I think that's hilarious. Doing all right yourself? Thank you. Can I get you guys' name and ID for the record, please?
Yeah, Charlie Cameron, 21002.
21002 in the name?
Charlie Cambron.
Cameron?
C-A-M-B-R-O-N.
Oh, Cambron. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Is there? Can you guys get a supervisor here?
Pardon?
Can you guys get a supervisor here?
He's on his way, yes, I believe so.
Okay, awesome, perfect. And for the record, can I get your name and ID, please?
Deputy Neary 20072.
Pardon, I'm kind of deaf.
Neary 20072.
Mieri?
Neary with an N.
How do you spell that?
Right here.
Sorry,
N-E-R-I.
here, I have a flashlight. Okay. Is that okay if I turn it on?
Sure.
Okay. It's a little bright, just
That's okay.
FYI. Neri, N-E-R-I?
Yes.
All right, and then the ID again?
20072.
20072?
Yes, sir.
Oh, can I ask you a question real quick?
Yes, sir.
Was it necessary for that officer to yell at that guy like that?
I'm sorry?
Was it necessary for that deputy to yell at that guy like that?
When I walked up there, the individual was yelling at our deputy.
I understand that, but I mean, literally, 2 days ago, Sheriff Carmine was on the news talking about how we were yelling at you guys, about how the officers have, their de-escalation tactics, etc., etc., etc. And the dude was literally mad because we followed him for 30 seconds, pulled a gun on us, which is what engaged that interaction of me cursing the guy out and calling him a pussy and all that. But then you have NBC2 spin the story that we're harassing you guys, when in fact all we're doing is just trying to catch stuff like that. I mean, why didn't anyone shout at the guy? Why didn't anyone try and tell your guy to back off? He kept going until I said de-escalate. I mean, nothing against you. I'm not mad at you. I'm not mad or anything. Like I asked that guy down there. Yeah. No, absolutely. I'm just appalled.
Okay.
That was shocking. because that's going to end up on the news tomorrow. It's the guy that was screaming still over there? Is that him right there? Is that him right there?
I think so.
Okay.
I think so. But they did a news story on us about it, and they're there screaming at the top of their lungs at other people.
He got up, he literally lunged at the guy. He went like, you got it live or something?
Yeah, I'm live.
He was like this, he was like yelling, he was like, oh, no.
Yeah, man.
Got it on body cam, bro. I wonder what Sheriff Carmine says about their de-escalation tactics.
Yeah, I got everything on video.
Yeah.
Same department.
Absolutely disgusting.
We didn't even speak to him. Waiting until this leaks out.
Which one's the guy that was yelling? Was it that guy right there? Who's bowing down? Hendricks?
Yeah, it was Hendricks.
Hendricks? Cool. I think that's the supervisor right there.
All right, we gotta talk to him.
Yep.
Definitely.
No, look at that. Supervisor's trying to leave. Is that the supervisor? Is that the supervisor? No? Okay. Do you have an ETA on the supervisor? No? Thank you. Absolutely ridiculous. Make sure you're hugging the shoulder. Make sure you're hugging the shoulder. Hey. Is it okay if I talk to you real quick? And what we did was we caught them on camera getting up in your face and screaming at you, which is against their policy. It's disgusting what they just did. We try and catch cops doing the wrong thing, which is what we do. So yeah, so they're trying to, again, they're trying to spin a narrative that we're anti-law enforcement.
Them screaming at the people on the top of their lungs.
Yeah.
So now they're trying to turn it on us.
Yeah.
Now they're trying to turn it on us. I'm glad I got this on camera. I got everything on camera, so I'm not worried. They can
Don't let these guys intimidate you, man.
That wasn't right how they yelled at you, bro.
No, the way he treated you was disrespectful and against their policies. You Hendricks?
Yep.
You are?
Oh, you're the one that's screaming.
Why'd you yell at that guy?
I just yelled at that guy, man.
We've got it on camera.
Yeah, dude.
It's fine? It's fine what you did?
I didn't say it was fun.
Yeah, but we're just talking right now. We're not agitating. We're not doing anything. We're just talking. That wasn't cool, man, you know?
Completely disrespectful.
Really
that's a citizen, man.
Your head up just made a big story on us cursing, and you go ahead and you do it.
Yeah.
You know, so what makes it right? Who's wrong here? You know, you were upset, right? Weren't you upset?
Two wrongs don't make it right.
Exactly, and we
Okay.
were upset too because we had guns drawn on us.
I mean,
you see what I'm saying?
I wasn't here.
No,
I
understand.
We're not asking you to comment on that.
You to comment on it. We're just telling you that we had guns drawn on us, so we were upset, just like you were upset right now. You know what I'm saying? So, two wrongs don't make a right. I'm glad you said that, and I appreciate that. But remember, we're not wrong. We're not wrong for what we're doing.
I think that might be the supervisor.
No, but let me ask you this.
We don't bother you guys. We don't go up to you and bother you.
So in a sense, how would you feel right now if everywhere you guys go, a cop just follows you guys?
Yeah, I got.
You know what?
For you. Hold on, I got something. Listen,
got no issue with that.
I'm a tattoo artist. When I tattoo people, their family members, I've had up to 20 people behind me videotaping me for hours. If I have nothing to hide, what's the issue?
No,
and I'm just being honest. What's the issue?
I'll be more of annoyance.
Well, I understand that, but you know what? If you're not doing anything wrong, there's nothing wrong.
So put it this way: if another civilian followed you guys around, would you call the cops about harassment?
No. If I'm not doing anything wrong, I don't care.
No.
I don't.
There's a gentleman that lives up in Cape Coral that does that. He follows us around and he likes to harass us.
officers in New York work with hundreds of people watching them daily.
Oh yeah.
And
Yeah.
is there anything wrong with that?
No, I never said there was.
Exactly. So we, you know, you guys paint us like we hate you guys. We don't hate you guys. We want good policing. We need policing.
I
you know?
agree. Yeah. Look, I never said we. I mean, I don't personally try to paint anybody like they hate us.
Yeah, but the news did, man. Your uppers did, and that wasn't right, man. Because that's
Yeah.
not what happened, man. We cursed, yeah, we cursed, but it's legal. You know,
And to be frank with you, stuff like that just happened is exactly why we do this. Because the thing is, you guys don't have cameras. You guys have 0 cameras, which means 0 transparency and 0 accountability. And the fact that you had no idea that I was standing right there and we caught you getting up into that guy's face like that. I mean, dude, what if I did that to you? What if I just came up to you, started yelling at you, and got up into your face like that?
Did you catch the part where he started yelling?
Yeah. And guess what? Hey, do you understand? Can I ask you a question then? Can I ask you a follow-up question to that? Do you understand that the First Amendment allows that? It's called a redress of grievances. He's allowed to. He's upset because you just tossed his son into the back of a car. He's allowed to redress grievances. That is a constitutionally protected activity afforded to him under the First Amendment of the Constitution. And you took what he just did, which is completely lawful, which has been upheld by the Supreme Court, and you turned around and instead of de-escalating the situation, you screamed at him. You got up in his face and you screamed at him.
You didn't hear me the part where I said we're doing this and I'm letting you know out of respect to you as a father first. You didn't catch all that?
Doesn't matter. That doesn't excuse what you did. Does not excuse it. If I was sitting here, right? If I was standing here and I just see some guy walking down the road, right? And I just pull out a fucking gun and shoot him. Oh, I just fucking shot him. But hey, you know what? Come to find out, when they're doing, you know, an investigation, they go and they try and figure out if there was some kind of beef between us. They go on his hard drives and they find child porn or some. I know this is very, very out there, but they say, "Oh wow, look at that." You know, they don't sit there and look at, "Wow, that guy just killed a freaking child molester." No, they look at it as, that guy just killed that guy in cold-blooded murder. What he did was wrong. Regardless of what happened, regardless of what they find out later on, what you did was wrong. I understand that I'm using a very extreme example. Very extreme example. Yeah, but I'll tell you what. You know what the difference is? That guy, when he screams at you, you have the ability to use that firearm. You have the ability to use less than lethal devices to subdue him for lawfully redressing his grievances. Now, if you get up in his face and you start screaming at him, what's he going to do? Absolutely nothing. You want to know why? Because there's been this fear that has been instilled in the American public that we need to be afraid of police.
I hate that.
I understand, but the thing is, you guys have brought that on the people.
Yesterday,
Not all. I'm not saying all of you. I'm not trying to blankly say all of you. There are good law enforcement officers. In fact, actually, I'm really surprised that NBC2 the other night didn't say anything about this, because 2 weeks ago, last Monday, I helped them apprehend 2 suspects after going through a high-speed pursuit, catching them, speeds over 140 miles an hour. And you know what the thing is? Law enforcement would have never fucking known about it until it was 6 hours too late. I helped them apprehend two felons. One of them was a career criminal, and they were able to retrieve stolen construction equipment because of it, and a stolen pickup truck.
Nothing to do with me, man.
I understand that, but you know what the thing is NBC. I reached out to them about that, and they refused to do anything about that.
We're journalists. That's what we are, man. We want transparency.
That's all we want.
No body cams, no dash cams. Anything could have happened right now on those steps.
What if we weren't here? What if I wasn't here to shout to you?
All you officers against them, and who's going to win?
We're not doing what.
All right, we're not going to do what ifs.
Okay.
What you did was wrong. What you did was wrong, and if we weren't here to have witnessed that, there would have been no evidence. All it was his word against all of your guys' words. And that's the issue with Lee County Sheriff's Office. That's the issue with Sheriff Carmine. He doesn't want transparency. He doesn't want you guys having body cams. He's had numerous opportunities to allow you guys to utilize body cams and in-car cameras because of situations like this could be caught. And you know what? It flips the script on stuff that NBC puts out, like, oh, these guys come out here because they hate law enforcement. That's not the case.
That's not what it is, man.
I gotta give my dog water.
No, you're good, man.
Yeah, man.
Again, man, what that guy did to you was absolutely wrong, man. I'm sorry that even happened.
And with no cams, with no nothing, Oh yeah, we're the agitators though. We show up on scene and start cursing at them. Yeah, right. Yeah, right.
Oh, I didn't know if you were bringing the dog out. Okay. Is the supervisor almost here?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you.
You think at the end we could get a call number, please?
My phone number?
No.
No.
The call number. The call number.
That's
the call number.
the event ID.
The event ID.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. And your name, your badge number? Just so
It's Neri. Neri.
Mary?
Neri. Neri. Yeah.
Neri.
She's cool.
Thanks, Neri.
She's cool. Bro.
They paint us as these bad people, man.
That's what I'm saying, dude. I'll tell you what, man. Like, NBC wouldn't run that. NBC wouldn't run that.
They're gonna see this. I know they watch my channel.
Yep.
I want to see where they're gonna stick their face. And tomorrow I'm doing another news with a different news crew.
Don't mention it though. Don't mention the name of it.
No, I'm not.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
not. But it will be up tomorrow, and they're gonna see this video.
I think that might be the supervisor.
No, it's just
Nope.
a regular phone.
Damn it. Too many SUVs.
All right, guys, thanks for tuning in. If you guys stay with me, thank you. If you guys gotta go to bed, I understand, but I'm staying live.
I want to say I got his car number.
You see how the world works? You don't spit up because it comes down. Made this horrible story about us, and what a coincidence we show up.
Literally,
the first
couple
call we
nights
see
later.
Is boom.
This is the first actual. Or no, sorry, this is the second stop we showed up. The first stop we showed up, they were already done.
They left. But this is, you know what I mean, the first interaction.
Yeah. Freaking mosquitoes, man.
I can't wait until the community sees this video.
Yeah. And he knows he messed up. That's why he's like, we're not going to do what ifs. I mean, that's why I said, we're not going to do what ifs. What you did was wrong. What you did was atrocious. Yep. And this is exactly the issue we have with Lee County Sheriff's Office.
So there's no going around it with the news.
Nope.
There's no going around it.
Nope.
But of course, when we do it, it's bad, and they say that we're putting people's lives in danger.
That guy's life was almost in danger.
I thought they were going to.
I thought for sure he was going to go hands-on for sure too. I thought so too.
I was running over here to catch it.
As soon as I saw him buck up, as soon as I saw that officer buck up like that, dude, I was like, nah, fuck no, I'm running up here. Damn thing.
Oh yeah, I'm looking at the chat right now. Channel 2, they'll see this. They're gonna see this.
They're gonna see it, but they're not gonna report on it because it doesn't fit the narrative that they spun.
They're gonna see this. And like I said, they're not gonna know where to stick their face. So much talking about that they have the best de-escalation skills and all that. Well, total opposite tonight. And it's the same department.
Yep. And then they went back and intimidated the guy and told him not to talk to us. This is at 18115 Wood Drive. So that's it. The guy's gonna go 10-8. It's just absolutely just atrocious. He said that we like harassed the cops. He said that we harassed them.
No, he said if you guys just follow them behind. Actually, we were pretty nice about you guys.
Good. That's a shocker because the other night they pulled a gun on us.
Well, really?
Yeah, but NBC2. Did you guys watch NBC2?
Video, and they didn't show it. They were speeding and not using turning signals, and all we did was roll down the window and ask them why did they do that. they pulled out the gun. On my live video, I went live after.
Yeah.
So we started cursing at them. So they painted the picture because they only have the video of when I went live. They don't have the real video of us talking to them nicely.
Yeah.
Okay, so they painted this picture like we were agitators.
Yeah.
And we're not. You saw we came. We didn't bother nobody.
They were pretty.
You know. Yeah,
They're
gonna
pretty
talk
respectful
nicely
you
because
tonight.
Yeah.
We're here. You know
I mean, yeah.
No, I know.
Do you mind explaining? I mean, obviously, I see there's like a wrecked truck or whatever. They took your son. If you guys want to talk.
They said there's a dog track to our front door, but
the boys were here.
Yeah, the boys were here. So
The whole time?
Nothing to worry about. But
The thing is, did they witness them? Did they physically witness your sons? Okay, so that's, I think it's what, 92 or not 90? It's 95.251. I think is a Florida statute. They have to physically witness.
They're doing a six-pack lineup.
Yeah.
Right now.
Really? Wow.
Okay.
But when
All these kids look
I told them that
Yeah.
I would do anything I can to help them, but as soon as they said that they were detaining them, that's where my cooperation ceased.
What exactly happened? I mean, somebody took the truck and wrecked it, or?
Yeah.
They took it out of the car, out of their driveway or whatever, and backed into a neighbor's car.
Okay.
I guess messed up the neighbor's vehicle.
All right.
I thought literally he was gonna put his hands on you when I.
Yeah, no, because we were down there. When I saw him lunge, dude, I was like, nope, I'm booking it because there needs to be footage of that.
And they don't have body cams. I hope you know that.
There's no cameras. So the thing
they don't
is,
have body cams. They don't have dash cams. So let's pretend anything would have happened between you two.
it would have been your word against theirs.
Your word against them, and guess who's gonna win? They are. Exactly.
Yep.
Exactly.
And that's the thing. And NBC2 did a story on this yesterday and the day before.
Oh, really? I wish I had
Yeah,
seen that.
they sat here and tried to say that we harass these guys, that we're we think they're gang members, and it's that they completely we got the entire 10-15 minute interview with NBC2 that he did, and they literally just took bits and pieces of it and just used it to fit their narrative. It's disgusting.
That you guys can be in danger if you see us with cameras.
Yeah.
They said it on the news. What are we
NBC2 said that.
We're actually helping. You know what I'm saying? We're keeping everybody accountable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, yeah. And then to add insult to injury, that news report, Sheriff Carmine, Lee County Sheriff's Office, the sheriff, the head guy, said that he was so proud that his deputies have flawlessly handled their de-escalation techniques.
Awesome de-escalation.
Really?
So if that was the case, understanding that you're obviously irate because of the situation. One, they never actually physically saw your son in possession of the vehicle. They're saying that the dog or whatever sniffed up. And statistically speaking, those dogs are wrong 84% of the time. There's Department of Justice studies that prove that. Huh?
Do you have a card?
My name is James Carroll. You can look me up on YouTube. Open Government Investigations. I've got numerous things right now. In fact, I actually have a few attorneys looking into a major lawsuit against them for violation of public records. One of their guys stopped me. I live down in Collier County. One of their guys stopped me in Collier County because I caught him doing,
The Lee County Sheriff?
Yeah, a Lee County Sheriff deputy. His name is Corporal Eubanks. Stopped me because he was doing 80 in a 50-mile-an-hour zone. I caught him on camera doing it, and when I finally caught up to him at the red light, I literally just looked at him and was just like, really? So he activated his lights. I've got the whole thing on camera. They did an internal affairs investigation and said, oh, we found no wrongdoing in what he did. The problem is that deputy, Corporal Eubanks, had no idea that I was recording the situation. It wasn't until he realized that I was on the phone with Collier County Sheriff's Office and I had my body camera running, he booked it out of there. He fled the scene. He took off. He rocketed up I-75. The Collier County couldn't even catch him.
Oh my gosh.
He knew he was guilty.
Wow.
The thing is like we're not anti-law enforcement.
That's what pisses me off.
Yeah.
If you're going to hold somebody else to a standard, you got to hold yourself to that standard.
Exactly, and that's all we ask for. I mean, the thing is, we're not anti-law enforcement. We're not anti-government. We're not any of that crap. I've got family members in law enforcement or retired from law enforcement. I've got family members in the FBI, Department of Justice. We're not anti-law enforcement. What we are is we're anti-corruption. And Lee County Sheriff's Office does not like the fact that we're trying to expose that. Huh? Yeah. Oh, well, the unfortunate thing is there weren't portable cameras like there are now. That's the unfortunate thing. I mean, Carmine himself, I mean, I don't know if you've heard about it, but back when he was down at Collier County, he wasn't even supposed to be a law enforcement officer. He never passed the Florida State exam, and yet he was still hired on as an actual deputy. And they got, I think it was Don Hunter at the time. Don Hunter got a little slap on the hand for it. But see, the thing is, if you and I don't, take that state exam, that FDLE exam, and we put on a gun and we put on a badge and a uniform, that's felony impersonating a law enforcement officer. It's disgusting.
Besides the honor, I don't know. I can't.
Yeah. I mean, there's Florida statutes that state that they have to actually physically witness the crime. They can't just go based off of the dog. The dog's wrong. So. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna step over here on this side. Yeah. That's the unfortunate thing for you, man, is you've got chain of command that you have to follow, and unfortunately you can't go against the chain of command. It's in your guys' policy. You go against the chain of command, you're going against everyone, and you've got a target on your back by the rest of the department. I hate bringing up personal stuff. My mom used to work for Collier County Sheriff's Office. She had an issue with a deputy who was sexually harassing her. And you know what they did? They swept it under the rug. Come to find out, it wasn't the first time the guy did it, but because he was high up in the ranks, slap on the wrist, we'll move it. The worst part about it is, he was a YRD.
What's that?
Youth Relations Deputy. So he was the one that went around and hung out at elementary schools with students. I know each department probably calls them a different alphabet. Yeah, school resource officer. Down there they call them YRDs. But the thing is if he's so willing to do that to another adult, I mean, and again, grasping at straws here, but who's to say he hasn't done that to a child? It's just stuff like this. It's very unfortunate because it puts you in a bad situation. But I appreciate you being cool, man. I really do appreciate that. Is that?
Cool as well.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Is the supervisor almost here, by the way? I know I keep asking, but.
I think he's just leaving.
He's leaving.
Unless he turned left or right, that probably his car somewhere.
Well, that's the thing is, I requested the supervisor.
I'll call him and see if he wants to come over here and talk to you.
Yeah, cool. Because the thing is, I need to file a complaint, or I need to at least let him know it's a complaint, and he can start doing the supervisor inquiry. Yeah, no, the K9 guy went down there to go do a lineup.
Went where?
He went down. I guess he took him down to do a lineup. Is that what happened?
Took his picture for
So what happened? They stole your car, or they just stole?
No, somebody stole that pickup truck over there, and they're trying to say that it was their son. And the reason they're trying to say it was their son was because they had their dog out, and their dog went up to the door.
The dog went up to the door.
Yeah, and unfortunately, there's no cameras in the vehicle to either dispel whether or not that's truth or fallacy. Awesome.
Okay, cool.
Thank you so much, man. I appreciate that, by the way.
No problem.
Thanks, bro.
What was your name again?
Deputy Chami, badge number 19048.
Yeah, I got it on camera.
Pardon?
Deputy Chami, badge number
Chami?
19048.
Thank you so much, man. I really appreciate that.
Okay.
Thank you.
The sergeant's gonna what?
He's coming back here because I'm gonna do an SI complaint.
Whatever that is,
Supervisor inquiry, babe, about what he did to your husband. Thank you. What was the guy's name again?
Hey, what's up?
Yes, I'd like to put in for an SI.
For what?
A complaint on your deputy. What was the guy's name?
It was with an H. Oh, I forgot his name.
Hicks. It wasn't Hicks, was it? It was like
well,
Hendricks.
You should know. Hendricks.
Was it Hendricks? Hendricks Hicks. It was a K9 deputy. Do you know who that is?
You can go downtown. You can file a complaint with him. It's absolutely fine.
Okay. Well, I'm going to tell you this because I need documented evidence of this since you guys don't have cameras. Your deputy during whatever encounter was going on over here, because we were standing right over here. He had no idea we were standing here. The guy, obviously, a little irate. You guys are yanking his son into the back of a car saying he stole, you know, a vehicle, wrecked it, whatever, blah, 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 blah. Guy's obviously irate. The fact that your deputy, and I don't have any weapons on you, just for demonstration, but actually for demonstration purposes, your deputy went like this to the guy and started screaming in his face. I mean, that is not a de-escalation tactic at all.
You guys are more than welcome to file a complaint with our headquarters.
Absolutely. Can I get your name and ID, please?
My name is Sergeant Manley.
Manley? M-A-N-L-Y?
L-E-Y.
L-E-Y?
Yep. 09105.
01905?
09105.
09105. Car number 9356. All right. Thank you so much.
Have a nice night.
All right.
Thank you. You too. Stay safe. So that's exactly what it is. It's, you know, he's not gonna address the situation. He's not gonna deal with his deputies. He's gonna force us to go all the way down to HQ.
Hold on, guys. I'll take my
You get the event ID?
Yeah, I have it on camera. I just reviewed the camera.
Okay, awesome.
He said it to me, and then I have it on camera.
Absolutely disgusting.
So there you guys have it. I'll drop the.
All right, across the street, 90 degree.
I'll drop the.
I'm proud of how they acted on scene, and our training, our de-escalation training, is proven now.
I have! You keep fucking yelling at me, you're going to fucking jail, I'm telling you right now!
That we are able to take that kind of verbal abuse.
I have! You keep fucking yelling at me, you're going to fucking jail, I'm telling you right now!
And still be very professional and courteous and do our job.
I have! You keep fucking yelling at me, you're going to fucking jail, I'm telling you right now!
It's harassing. It influences how we do our job, okay, and it's unacceptable.
I have! You keep fucking yelling at me, you're going to fucking jail, I'm telling you right now!
It really is. You got multiple units on scene, and those units could be helping someone in a life-death situation somewhere else.
You keep fucking yelling at me, you're going to fucking jail, I'm telling you right now!
Is proven now.
Let D3 know that the 13th officer from the other night with the vest on, the guy that follows us around, he's back.